first workout, let's stretch our lat muscles by using chair. So place your right arms over at the chair and then twist and look to your left side and press down your shoulder. Okay, repeat the same on the left side by pressing down your shoulder and twisting a little to your right side, and hold for 10 seconds. Next, repeat the upper back stretch that we have learned yesterday by placing both elbows on the chair and then stretch your shoulder and pressing down your chest towards the yoga mat. Hold for 10 seconds for this stretching. We are going to stretch our both arms, so place your palms towards your yoga mat with fingertips facing towards your knee. Hold for 10 seconds and then reverse your arm by facing your palms towards you. Next, go to tabletop position. We will do a cat cow to mobilize our spine. So when we breathe in, I want you to lift up your head and drop down your belly. And when you breathe out, you reverse, drop down your head and move back your belly. So we'll repeat this movement for 10 times, 2 sets in the total. This movement is really to mobilize your spine, so keep moving and do not hold your breath towards the end of the range of the motion. You can rest for about 5 seconds before we start our second set. Third, we are going to do a bird dog today. So remember, we have to brace our core muscles and then extend both hand and leg at the same times. So observe my lower back is not dropped. Always maintain the stability at your spine while extending both limbs. We'll do the cat-cow for 10 times. And then at the end of the 10 times, you can rest for 5 seconds before continuing second set. Next, you can find the edge of a sofa or a chair whereby your leg can put 90 degrees on top of the sofa, like I show here. So we are going to do a hamstring bridge. So first, again, we have to activate our core by pressing down the core muscles towards the floor, and then press down your heels and lift up the butt. Similar to the glute bridge that we have learned before, we will need to squeeze in our butt cheek at the top of the motion and hold for 1 second. So this movement, you will feel your gluteal muscles working as well as your hamstring. At the 10th time, I want you to hold at the top for 10 seconds by squeezing in your butt cheek, and then rest for 5 seconds before our second set. We will need a resistance band for this movement. So for those beginners, I'm suggesting you to use the lightweight resistance band. Place the band around your foot and then lie down. So extend your leg all the way towards the floor. Okay, and then by bracing the core muscles, meaning pressing down your belly towards the floor, I want you to raise your leg up 90 degrees towards you. And then we'll do both leg alternate side. We'll do the leg raise for 10 times by repeating on both legs. So after the 10 times, just rest for 5 seconds and then we will perform the second set. You should feel the muscle contractions at the core muscle as well as the thigh muscles when you are lifting up your leg. So this will help us to strengthen our core muscles and thigh muscles to perform squat later. The sixth movement that we are going to do is dead bug. This is to also activate and strengthen our core muscles. So lift up both leg and hand at the 90 degree and then extend one hand and leg at the same time by embracing the core. For those who can't embrace the core, it's advisable for you to place a towel underneath your lower back and then making sure that the towel is not moving while you are doing the dead bug. We will perform this movement for 10 times for both hands and legs. For those who find it slightly difficult, there is another version for you whereby you can just tap your toe towards the yoga mat instead of extend the leg fully out. So with this, you are still engaging the core muscles, but then it would be easier versions compared to the dead bug that I've performed just now. After performing for 10 times, rest for 5 seconds before we continue the second set. Last, we are going to do a back extension to strengthen our upper back. Now, lying face down towards the yoga mat and then bracing the core muscle, we will lift up our shoulder and then pull back our both arms near towards our side of the body. So take note that I'm only lifting up my shoulder and arms. Both legs are grounded on the floor. This will avoid excessive extension at our lower back. We'll perform this movement for 10 times, and the end of the 10 times, rest for about 5 seconds before we do our second set. Be aware of your shoulder. When you are lifting up your shoulder and arms, your shoulder do not shrug. You should feel the muscle contraction at legs muscles.